And will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Welcome to Ms. Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times celebs shot down inappropriate interview questions.
I'm the other guy, the other one. What's in your wallet?
Right.
For this list, we're looking at moments when famous interviewees chose not to entertain rude prompts. Which offensive inquiry shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Quentin Tarantino. Journalist Krishnan Gurumurthy struck a nerve in this interview with Quentin Tarantino from 2013. The director went on the British network Channel 4 News to promote his film Django Unchained. However, the interview was tense from the get-go. Tarantino got defensive when he thought Gurumurthy said the film was being trashed.
But you must care very deeply that this doesn't become, a film that stands out from the rest of your body of work as one that is, trashed by more people or anything like that.
It's not trashed by more people. What you're saying is not correct. It's not trashed by more people.
I'm not saying it is.
The interviewer went on to ask questions about violence in movies, which Tarantino briefly entertained. But when it was implied that violence in movies encourages violence in real life, the director passionately refused to answer.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting.
Gurumurthy continued to try to tease an answer from Tarantino, who didn't bite.
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence. I haven't wanted. The reason I don't want to talk about it because I've said everything I have to say about it.
It's obvious from the interviewee's reaction that the reporter mishandled a delicate topic. Number 9. Taylor Swift. At the 2015 Grammys, Swift presented the award for Best New Artist and had 3 nominations of her own. However, one of her most memorable moments from the night happened not on the stage, but rather on the red carpet. She had stopped for an interview with Entertainment Tonight when interviewer Nancy O'Dell made a strange implication.
Can we just get a pan down of this dress? This, you said, is Ellie's top?
It's beautiful. Yeah, it is. And it's ombre. It's like ombre teal.
She brought attention to the singer's legs before alluding to her potential house guests.
You're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
Her line of questioning was uncomfortable and uncalled for. The cat mom has endured a lot of speculation about her romantic life. When given the opportunity, she did not hesitate to set the record straight.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and then I go home to the cats.
No men allowed.
Number 8. Jonah Hill. One of the downsides to being in the public eye is having your looks scrutinized. It's typically pretty rude to bring up a person's weight, but that doesn't stop interviewers from asking celebs about theirs. While visiting Georgia Tech in 2011, Jonah Hill sat for an interview with a small group of reporters. One of the people present brought up the fact that Hill had lost weight and asked about his change in lifestyle. He responded to the question politely.
What made you make the change?
I just decided one day I wanted to be healthier, and I went and saw a nutritionist, and that's what I did.
However, he wasn't happy with where the conversation went next. Another reporter chimed in and asked about the actor's reputation in Hollywood, but the question was horribly framed.
Are you the fat guy in Hollywood still?
Without answering, Hill moved the conversation forward, but not before throwing in a small dig.
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
Number 7. Ariana Grande. In 2015, the pop star put Los Angeles DJs Just Incredible and Eric Deluxe in their proper places. She was invited onto Power 106 FM for a conversation with the two dudes, but was disappointed by their shallow questions and misogynistic views.
Is this what you think girls have trouble choosing between?
Yeah. At one point, the singer was asked to choose between makeup and her phone. She responded by making fun of the radio host's knowledge of women.
Is this men assuming that that's what girls would have to choose between?
Now, this is not a question.
Throughout the interview, the DJs continued to express unfounded sexist ideas. They claimed that girls are unable to go without their phones and that men don't use the unicorn emoji. Grande made her stance clear by addressing the double standards and calling for a change.
We have work to do.
Focus. We got work to do.
We'll start with you, though.
Me?
Yeah, we'll start with you.
Number 6. Scarlett Johansson. Not even superheroes can escape sexist questions. In 2012, Scarlett Johansson was doing press for the first Avengers movie. She appeared on Extra with co-star Jeremy Renner and had to field some pretty intimate inquiries from the host. Jerry Penacoli had the audacity to ask about the actress's undergarments for her costume as Black Widow.
Were you able to wear undergarments, if
You're
you will.
like the fifth person that's asking
Well, no,
that to me.
because
When Johansson called him out, he failed to see why the question was so odd. She tried to point out the double standard, but it seemed to go over Penacoli's head.
Gosh, ask Joss.
I did.
You asked Joss what kind of underwear he wears?
No.
Despite the invasion of privacy, the celebrity kept her cool for the rest of the interview.
What kind of interview is this?
Number 5, Jane Fonda. Promoting their film Our Souls at Night, Fonda and her co-star Robert Redford appeared on Megyn Kelly Today for a conversation with the former Fox News host.
You've been an example to everyone in how to age beautifully and with strength and...
In front of a live studio audience, Kelly awkwardly used complimenting the actress's looks as a segue into asking her about plastic surgery.
I read that you said you're not proud to admit that you've had work done. Why not?
The interviewee was rightfully shocked and quickly turned the attention back to the movie.
Let me tell you why I love this movie that we did, Our Souls at Night, rather than plastic surgery.
Back to that, huh?
Fonda is an icon in the entertainment industry for many reasons. She is a performer, she's an activist, and she's the creator of a wildly popular home workout series. There is a lot for her to talk about, so Kelly had no reason to bring up her past cosmetic work unprompted. Number 4, Lauren Conrad. The businesswoman was asked a question that went over the line when she appeared on Shade 45's Sway in the Morning in 2012. Interestingly, though, it wasn't the interviewer that pitched the prompt. Towards the end of the SiriusXM radio show, Conrad was invited to choose questions at random out of a hat.
And no matter what it is, you have to do your best to answer it.
Sway seemed a little nervous when the former reality star pulled an objectively rude inquiry.
What's your favorite position?
However, everyone, including us, relaxed when Conrad gave the perfect response. Her purposeful misinterpretation of the question's inappropriate meaning was a smart and classy reaction.
CEO.
CEO? I like that! Yes!
Her answer demonstrated that she is ambitious and funny. Despite being confronted with an offensive question, the celebrity came out on top. Number 3, Samuel L. Jackson. A week before the 2014 Super Bowl, the well-known action star was doing press for RoboCop and appeared remotely on KTLA Morning News. Entertainment reporter Sam Rubin tried making small talk and asked about the actor's recently aired Kia commercial.
Working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
The problem? The man in the commercial was actually Lawrence Fishburne, not Samuel L. Jackson. The interviewee railed at the reporter, who definitely should have known better.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that.
Apparently, the two actors have been confused for each other for years, but usually by fans. Some interviewers tried to defend their inappropriate questions, but this guy knew he had made a mistake.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right.
Honestly, it's pretty embarrassing for Rubin. Number 2, Anne Hathaway. Hathaway is a master of deflecting offensive interview questions. She remains composed and often responds playfully. She had no problem teasing Chris Van Vliet or Jerry Penacoli.
Any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Well,
what's the deal, man? You look great.
No.
No, seriously, we have to talk about this.
But our pick shows her giving a more serious answer. Matt Lauer was a co-host of The Today Show in 2012 when the Les Miserables star went on to promote her film. He began the interview by bringing up an incident during which a paparazzo was able to take an inappropriate picture of the actress.
Wardrobe malfunction the other night. What's the lesson learned from something like that, other than that you keep smiling, which you always do?
The host asked what there was to be learned from the event, so the actress gave him a lesson. She eloquently condemned the over-sexualization of women in society before bringing the topic back to the movie, where it should have stayed all along.
And I'm sorry that we live in a culture that commodifies sexuality of unwilling participants, which brings us back to Les Mis, because that's what my character is.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Carmen Carrera. Question: when did it become acceptable for interviewers to ask guests about the state of their private parts? That's what we were wondering after this interview from Katie Couric's talk show. The former Drag Race contestant was invited to talk about her experience in the industry as a trans woman.
Is this something you've always dreamed of, though, being in a Victoria's Secret fashion show? Because I imagine for a model, that is kind of the height, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you're going to do something, you might as well aim for the highest.
When the topic of her transition came up, Couric jumped at the chance to ask about medical procedures. She explicitly inquired about Carrera's privates. The model rightfully refused to answer and explained why.
I don't want to talk about it because it's really personal.
Her response reminds us of an interview with Laverne Cox. The actress said pretty much the same thing when the talk show host Wendy Williams inquired about top surgery.
I've chosen not to talk about any of the stuff I've gone done because I think so often when trans people's experiences are talked about, we always far too often focus on surgery and transition, so I don't talk about that.
Both clips are from 2014, so hopefully interviewers have learned since then. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.